Hey everyone, on today's IGL podcast, I'm here with Michael from the Writers Room, and we're going to talk about our awesome time at the VRLA Expo.
It was fun.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another IGL podcast. I'm here with a very special guest today. I would like to introduce, or not introduce, I mean, you're a welcome resident of this room normally.
Am I?
Well, I mean, if anyone here watches the Writers Room,
Okay.
Or, I'm sorry, would you like to take the introduction?
Yeah, sure. I'm Michael. You can follow me on all social medias if you'd like. And
See down here below, as you like to see our social media. I'm Justin Gentile, your host of the IGL podcast. Back at it again.
That's right.
We're talking about our awesome time yesterday at the VRLA Expo,
Awesome.
Downtown Los Angeles. We're pretty blessed to be able to have something so cool.
So close.
So close to us where we can actually take the metro there and not have to worry about parking. A little pro tip for you guys. But yeah, it's to see something that has gone from a small, like, Reddit meetup basically 2 years ago to now it's over 6,000 people. 2 days. It is in the LA Convention Center. It's not just at like a hotel ballroom or anything anymore. What did you think of it?
I thought it was great. There was a lot to see and a lot to actually wait for.
Yeah, kind of hard to even be able to experience it. You know, and a lot of maybe it's a little foresight, if anything. There's a lot of demos that you can actually schedule yourself for, which we did not do.
We didn't take the time.
We did not do that. We also did not read the clauses about cameras and things like that.
No.
So the footage is a little bit lacking. However, what we got to see was really cool. We kind of want to report back on the trends and kind of bring it back to you guys. One thing I think that was kind of unique this year, as opposed to every other year, was kind of like this focus on like accessories and VR action sports with the actual thing. So you could do some skydiving while you were there. You can kind of get it all in. You could, yeah. I mean, you're not a big fan of regular skydiving?
No, I don't think I would do regular skydiving.
Ever?
No.
No.
Let's go with no.
I mean, I'm one of those people, like, when I look at regular skydiving, I don't even want to have the person on my back. I just want to, like, jump out of the plane solo the first time. Like, if I want to do it, I'm going to do it, you know?
Solid.
But I guess VR is kind of like one of those touristy kind of things,
Exactly.
you know, where it's like, maybe if you like it enough in VR, you do want to do it.
Let's see Hollywood Boulevard. You're in town.
Yeah,
Skydive.
Do you want to see it from 60,000 feet up and then come down 60,000 feet? Is that in space or not in space? I don't know. You're supposed to know science, I thought.
Yeah. Let's go to Michael. This guy has a college degree.
No. No, it's not in space.
It's not in space.
It's not in space.
Fact check that.
You could do skydiving. You could do mountain biking, which is kind of unique too, because the guy that we saw wasn't. It's not even like shaped like a bike. You're not like sitting on a exercise bike. You're almost like on just this platform that's kind of bouncing you all around. So I guess it's, you know, kind of more reminiscent of the rocks and all that. You could also do horse riding. VIRZoom. VIRZoom.
VIRZoom?
We probably should have asked them exactly how to pronounce that.
VRZoom is what I thought it was.
VRZoom had
be
horse riding, which, if you know anything about regular horse riding, that can be very dangerous. You could end up like Michelle Tanner at the end of the Full House series, or Christopher Reeves, I guess, if you want an actual, like a real life example. But that's very dangerous.
But you could also go with the VR version and be safe.
And be safe. And you know, there's also no horses that are harmed in that version.
That's right.
Because not that you're harming the horses, I don't know what you do.
This is very PETA friendly.
Yeah, which you always got to be, because if you're, you know, you don't want them on a bad side. We love PETA.
No.
We love animals, and we love horses, which is why we want to do VRZoom's horse VR. You know, maybe we could do some other. I would love to ride an elephant in VR.
That'd be pretty epic.
And I would even love to ride imaginary animals. I was actually kind of thinking about this earlier today. Riding an Ewok would be very low to the ground. I don't know if we should ride Ewoks. I feel like I would definitely kill an Ewok if I jumped on his back. But I was thinking about that. Maybe that would be a cool game. Like, you're riding on top of like this tentacle monster, and you have to like grab stuff. VR developers, get at me. I've got the ideas. Also, I had that idea for the HTC Vive game where you're texting and driving.
Yes.
At the same, so you have to like look down, and one's the controller, and you have to look up and drive and not hit people. That's my other idea. But you're only getting 2 for free today, folks. The rest of them, you got to pay me. So, other news. There was even news at the VRLA Expo that came out.
That's right.
If you saw, Viveport is going to be a new kind of it's almost like an Oculus store for HTC Vive programs where you're going to be able to get new experiences, new videos, and all that. And that's kind of, I think, something totally essential, but also it's going to be a little easier for us to talk about all the other cool stuff we saw. Like the NASA.
The NASA?
Have you heard about these guys? They're pretty big.
The whole time, you gotta be honest, thought it was pronounced NASA.
Here's my big joke, guys. NASA, they're going places. So they had an experience where you could see Mars in VR, and the idea of that is almost like a multiplayer VR, where you and the other scientists, when you're you're getting all this geographical data from the rover, I'm assuming, otherwise why is it there? And now you'll have a way to kind of experience that, perceive that in a whole new stimulating dimension. I think that's amazing. Who knows what kind of scientific possibilities that will be able to generate?
Well, I don't. But
I think that's a question for
I'm sure
some
the
smarter people.
Scientists should comment below and let us know.
If you're a scientist, tweet at us. Do scientists tweet, do you think?
Neil deGrasse Tyson tweets.
But real scientists. Yeah, real scientists, though. Not the ones who are, like, telling you why the movie's bad or something, like, on Twitter. Anyway,
I feel like he's one.
No, I'm just upset. We'll get into it later, another time. There was a Q&A. He made a little bit of fun of me. I don't want to talk about it right now. Okay. You could play baseball at the VRLA Expo with Trinity VR. So it's called Diamond VR. But what I thought was very interesting about it is that it's not so you can go home and play, MLB 2K with your friends. This is going to be used by professional teams as a scouting exercise.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So it's not, you could basically send it out to people, or if somebody has it set up at their home, if you have it in your colleges or things like that, getting basically all the same readouts. They used to have something like that, almost like at an arcade I used to have at my house. If you're a Long Islander, if you're familiar with Sports Plus, they used to have like a video screen, and you could, be pitched balls, very sporty. You could pitch balls from professional MLB pitchers.
What?
And but that was like, and now another safe way where you're not going to break anything in your house, hopefully. Even though you're going to have those VR goggles on, swinging a bat.
You're still going to hit grandma.
Yeah, and again, maybe it's not for that, so that you don't break, your cool stuff in your house.
Yeah.
And maybe you'll be at a real training professional facility.
Yeah.
If you're a baseball player, tweet at us. We can find out.
Figure
we saw
out
some holographic tattoos.
Really that was insane. The little frog on the person's.
Yeah, it's almost like a next generation QR code for your body.
It was
like
augmented reality.
That sounds pretty lame when I say it that way.
It's like those books that had augmented reality, but the tattoo became full of life.
If you want to have like your a little frog, what we saw was like a little frog, and the frog just comes out and animates, and it's all the fun of frogs with none of the hassle of feeding them or wetting them or anything. There was just literally so much to see, and it was cool to see. I think everyone coming together, even though you kind of sense divisive nature in the VR crowds, because you have like Oculus supporters and Vive supporters. Now you're gonna have PSVR supporters.
Sweating and getting
you got that. You got to make sure you wipe out your gear and all that. And it's just, but to see everyone really come together in this, especially when people assume VR is this, singular-minded thing that everyone's just going to be in their house alone by themselves in a corner.
It's a group activity.
It's a group social thing where we can really get together.
Like Mario Party. Pretty
cool. And like some of the stuff we saw, I think will even make its way out into the real world maybe before the VR does into people's worlds. Like the HP had those 360-degree domes.
That was so cool.
Which is almost like the one you saw at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Too. You were telling me about the Meatwad.
Meatwad makes money. See, he had this whole 360 video. And you laid down, and it was fully air conditioned.
This is inside of like a dome outside of the convention center in San Diego. I only got to see the outside, which looked like Meatwad. Yeah.
And the inside, you got this whole video, 360 video of nature. Everything shook, and then you went on a journey through space and time, and then you were rebirthed.
Very fractal, really trippy, and this is sponsored by HP. Hopefully. This is going to come out to people and they're going to be able to see it soon if you're at a festival or something like that. Or maybe like educational experiences. Hopefully they'll bring it to schools, have, kids can see the solar system. They used to have that little planetarium dome when I went to school. I'd love to see a little VR planetarium dome.
In the auditorium.
I'd love to have a VR planetarium dome in my house.
It would be nice.
If anyone wants to send us a VR planetarium dome, let us know.
Please.
But I think that's going to, we could talk about this news literally all day. But that's going to be it for today's episode of the IGL podcast.
We did it.
That was, wow. That was your first guest appearance on the show. How'd it feel?
It felt like a whole new world.
High five. Nice. I was going to do a little, because we had the microphones here, but
We
that
can
was
fix that.
the most passive high five. But we'll put a little explodey thing there, hopefully. For everyone at Hollywood Redux and only at HollywoodRedux.com, I'm your host, Justin Gentile.
And I'm Michael.
You can find me on Twitter at Justin_Gentile.
And I'm at What the Hets.
Yes, please tweet at us, but also subscribe to our videos. Check us out, any of our other videos on the side of our head, and like the video if you liked it. And I'll see you guys next time. No, like it.
Okay,
like it. If you didn't like it, be more positive in your life. Thanks for checking us out, guys. For everyone at Hollywood Redux, I'm Justin. Have a great day.
Bye, guys.